former NBA player Stephon Marbury's Starbury. Picture it, a sneaker made for the players in Brooklyn by the people. That was the vision of Stephon Marbury's signature shoe, Starbury, which launched in September 2006. They began as a pair of $14.98 basketball shoes that would compete with the higher priced sneakers promoted by other celebrity athletes. Yes, you heard us correctly, $14.98. And no, the shoes aren't made of cardboard or canvas. They were high quality materials, solid enough that Marbury pledged to only wear these for his games during his then basketball season. Star athletes in the basketball sportswear industry encourage children to purchase shoes from $75 to $100 a pair. And we all know you can never have just one pair. But growing up in Brooklyn, NYC, Marbury couldn't afford the latest and coolest shoes as a child. He'd be bombarded with advertisements promoting whichever basketball celebrity sneakers were trending at the time. And he'd feel bad because he couldn't fork over $50 for basketball shoes. Thus, he envisioned the solution to this classist nonsense: high quality, inexpensive shoes made for kids and basketball players alike. And that's how the Starbury 1 was born. Even then, no one believed Marbury's shoes were decent until he made good on his promise of wearing the shoes during his NY Knicks game, which got people's eyes on his fresh new kicks. One would assume at roughly $15, Marbury's shoes had no way to compete with the high-end basketball shoes, but Marbury boldly claimed that the products were the same level of quality as their expensive competitors. As per his own words, if you took a Starbury 1 and a $150 basketball shoe and cut them both apart, you'd have the same thing. In fact, Marbury was invited to a segment on the ABC show 2020, where a pair of Starbury 1s and a pair of $100 plus Air Jordans were put to the test by Professor Howard Davis, the shoe design department professor at Parsons the New School for Design. Davis did what Marbury told him, cut apart both shoes, and stated that they were constructed the same way. The Starbury 1 was then praised as a revolutionary by digital magazines such as The Nation, precisely because, in their own words, it doesn't cost as much as a plane ticket to Maui. But things went even deeper than making a statement in the sportswear industry. Marbury had a social justice mission. He wanted Starbury to symbolize a movement, so he designed Starbury's logo as a stylized red star insignia, alluding to Che Guevara. Now, on to retailing. Marbury teamed up with Stephon Marbury's, a popular franchise for on-campus university sportswear and college-focused retailing. The Starbury 1 sneaker flew off the shelves of Stephon Marbury's sportswear stores as fast as they were made. Marbury made millions from these sales, and for a couple of years, kids didn't feel pressured to pay hundreds just to have the coolest sneakers and clothes. Starbury opened the minds of consumers in the industry, teaching them that high-quality sneakers and clothes didn't have to cost much. Still, some people were iffy about how Marbury could manufacture these shoes in mass without compromising quality or exploiting its workers. Because the sneaker industry is notorious for having one of the most terrible sweatshop worker conditions, Starbury was quickly accused of employing overseas sweatshops for their manufacturing, and they were partly correct. The shoes were made in China and shipped to the USA, but Marbury already saw these accusations coming a mile away. Marbury had already spoken about his childhood selling sodas on the beaches of Coney Island, trying to get $1 or $2 from the tourists visiting the amusement park. A childhood that rings eerily similar to that of the children working in sweatshops in China. To prevent scrutiny, Starbury shoes became members of the Fair Labor Association, affirming their commitment to ethical business practices. For marketing, Marbury leveraged his celebrity status by personally appearing at malls to promote Starbury. He was even interviewed by the top national media outlets, including Oprah Winfrey, Rachel Ray, Good Morning America, Good Day New York, and others. Besides shoes, the Starbury brand also sold low-priced clothes, including varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, jerseys, track jackets and pants, dazzle pants, jeans, jean jackets, and even warm-up outfits, all for less than $10. Their designs took inspiration from other permanent staples of the sportswear market. The Starbury crossovers, which were a classic Air Force One style shoe, originally listed at $9.98. The Starbury Cyclones, which you probably noticed look like New Balance shoes, running for $9.98 too. And the Starbury SXM, listed at $9.98. Upscaling and downfall. During a New York Times interview with Andy Todd, the president of Stephon Marbury's, he disclosed that the Starbury line would expand from 50 products to around 200 in spring 2007. They dropped the Starbury 2 sneaker, polo shirts, skateboard shoes, and more lifestyle products, and in less than a month from that announcement. Marbury released the second low-price NBA class sneaker, the Starbury 2. Detroit Pistons player Ben Wallace endorsed this model. Despite the shoes almost literally flying off the stores, the brand struggled to remain afloat. But wait a minute, they had high-quality, low-cost basketball sneakers, ethical production of their products and social responsibility, a veritable goal of social justice in the sports industry, plus they were endorsed by basketball celebrities. Then why did the Starbury brand fade into obscurity come 2010? If anything, they have all the markings of a solid brand that would dominate the sportswear market for years to come. Well, Stephon Marbury's filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in 2008, spelling a temporary end to Marbury's iconic line. However, Starbury's shoes' impact on the sneaker industry is undeniable. Marbury's vision of making affordable, high-quality shoes accessible to everyone was truly revolutionary, and it paved the way for other affordable sneaker brands to emerge. Today, Starbury shoes are considered a cult classic among sneakerheads. Ironically enough, the Starbury shoes being sold on Poshmark, eBay, and even StockX can easily fetch the same prices Marbury wanted to avoid in the first place, being vintage items at the end of the day. The response to the Starbury ones was overwhelmingly positive. People loved the idea of buying a high-quality pair of sneakers without breaking the bank. And the Starbury ones themselves were pretty great too. They were comfortable, durable, and stylish. While the brand is no longer in production, you can still find vintage pairs for sale online. And for those who remember Starbury's line's heyday, these shoes symbolize a time when a basketball player dared to challenge the status quo and create something truly unique. Perhaps someone else might step up as Starbury's spiritual successor in time. So, what do you think of Starbury's concept? Would you have purchased a pair for yourself during their heyday? Or would you stick with the tried and true pricier basketball shoes? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for our next story.